Hi everybody, it's Jason Maynard from Oracle NetSuite, and we are back here talking about the 7 actions every business needs to take as the economy reopens. Today we're going to talk about action number 1, your business model assessment. 3 pieces go into making a business model assessment. Number 1, you need to look at what's working and what's not working. Number 2, you need to identify the metrics that matter the most right now, how you'll track them, and how often. And number 3, how do you reallocate your resources in this new environment? So we're going to talk about all 3 of those right now in detail. So first up, number 1, what's working and what's not working? As the economy reopens, businesses are going to have lots of questions about the actions they should take to get back on track. Starting off with a comprehensive situational analysis of your business. This is a deep dive into what's changed and what hasn't. How have operations evolved, and what do you plan to do differently? What have you learned over the past, say, 60 days that you plan to incorporate into your strategy? Moving forward, will you continue to do those things, or how will you change? This doesn't have to take a long time. This is something that you and your team need to sit down, put everything on the table about what you can do, what you can't do. Number 2, what are the metrics that matter most now? How will you track them, and how often? In any business, it's always important to track key performance indicators like lifetime value of customer. Right now, it is more important than ever to look at your customer retention and acquisition costs. What does that mean by channel, right? What does that mean by different geography? You know, we're oftentimes looking year over year or month over month. You might even need to establish weekly baseline metrics so you'll be able to see rate of change, right? If you're in a software business, are you seeing a variance week by week depending on your channel? If you're a retail business, can you open and continue to leverage what you've done online with perhaps pickup at your store? These are all different things, active users, monthly users, daily users, depending on what you do. The frequency and the short-term nature of a lot of these metrics are going to be key drivers for you to make decisions. If you don't have enough data, there's also a lot of great industry resources out there. netsuite.com/brainyard has a ton of industry metrics that you can dive into. Looking at this entire picture hopefully will give you enough data for you to make the right decisions. Number 3 is reorienting your resources. I want you to think about 3 things as you look at the finite resources you have and how you make your decisions. How do you reorient your resources around focusing on the right strategy, focusing on the tactics, and how do you get your people focused? In terms of strategy, this is a time where not everything is going to work. You have to make sure that you're picking the 1 or 2 top 3 things that you're going to do to move your business forward. The second thing, focusing on the right tactics. As part of this, you need to have a detailed operating plan to make sure that you're funding appropriately the things that you need to do to move forward. That means oftentimes eliminating some of these tactical things that you've been doing and getting your entire organization to make sure that they know the steps that are going to drive those strategies. And that really leads into the last thing, and arguably the most important, is how do you get your people focused, right? We have businesses that are working partially from home, completely remote, a whole range of different working environments. You need to have stand-up meetings, daily check-ins, a way for your organization to stay connected, they can stay aligned, and making sure that they're all pulling forward together. I appreciate your time today. These are 3 really important things to help your business. This is all part of NetSuite's 7 actions every business needs to take right now. And if you have questions, comments, feedback, please hit us up at takeaction@netsuite.com. Thank you again.